Okay, so we are going to take this toward Peacock or Mayurasana today. So it's going to be a lot of upper body work, a lot of core work, but especially the core work is going to be along the back line of the body in particular, so keep that in mind. We'll get the Peacock itself at the very end. I do have one demonstration before we start, and this is kind of an unusual variation of curl, which I haven't actually used in a class before. And this is going to take you toward what in yoga they usually call the crane pose, because it's a harder version of crow, but we're just going to come into the setup. And then after we move around in that, maintaining the setup the whole time, you're going to try to lift both feet up off the floor to come into crow, and you're welcome to lower down to a shape that you're more comfortable with if holding the straighter arm position is too much, which it may well be if you haven't done this a whole lot. But what's going to happen, once we come to the main part of the flow, you're going to end up in the forward fold as usual to come into the pose. Both hands down, dig your fingertips to the floor, but pressing your palms, straighten your arms, bring your shoulders a little bit past your wrists and hold that position. Come up onto your toes and keep your heels lifted. Now you're going to keep your hips high. Bring the knees as high up on the arms as you can. So you're trying to shoot for the armpits here. Look forward and down rather than just straight down, and just hold this position. Now as you hold this, we're just going to go back and forth here. So really take the weight on your hands, and this should feel relatively strenuous even just before you lifted your feet. But we're going to go back and forth. So I'm going to lift my right foot up and then set it down. I'm going to lift my left foot and set it down. The knees stay in place. I lift my right foot again and set it down, and then lift the left foot and bring it down. Now I'm going to lift my right foot one more time and hold here. And we're just going to hold for a breath or two and then come into whatever version of crow you like. Now, if you can bring this into that crane pose, lean forward, try to keep the arms as straight as you can. See about lifting the second foot up. Now, this is very strenuous here. I'm trying to keep my arms straight. I got to maintain a hell of a lot of compression to keep my feet lifted like this. And if that's too much, when you come into this, before you lift your foot, just start to bend the elbows, bring your shoulders down, and you can bring that second foot up. And you can take this more conventional shape of crow. You can bring the knees out wider if you like, if you want to flatten this out. But just take it to where you need to. We'll hold that for a few breaths, and we'll move through the vinyasa from there. So just keep that in mind. So initially, just come into that setup. Try to maintain it for as long as you can. It's definitely going to be strenuous. And then when you come into balancing, bring yourself into whatever version of crow actually works for you here. And this will help to get into the shoulders, into the upper back, and it should help you by the time we actually get into the peacock pose at the very end. So keep that in mind. So to start, go ahead, bring yourself down onto your back. And just to set this up, just bring your feet to the floor a little wider than your hips. And then lean your knees in toward each other, and this will help release your load back to the mat as completely as you can. And then arms out to your sides with the palms open toward the ceiling. And you can have your hands past your head if you like, or bring the elbows closer to your waist, whatever suits you best. But relax your shoulders down toward the floor. Let your chest open up. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in here. Let your mind quiet down. And then start to deepen your breathing. So the inhale's pulling as much as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. When you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And keep breathing like this to begin. When you're ready here, take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just open your eyes. And then take it slow. With an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And with the exhale, just bring your arms down to your sides. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms to your sides again. Inhale, reach this out long. Exhale, arms to your sides. Inhale, reach long. Now the exhale, reach forward and then curl up as well. Lift your head, lift your shoulders. Stay lifted, stretch forward through your fingertips. And take it back and forth from here. With your next inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl forward again. Inhale, roll out long. Exhale, curl forward. Try to lift higher each time. Inhale, roll this out. Now with the exhale, curl and reach to the right of your legs. Inhale, roll out long. And then exhale, curl this left. Inhale, roll out long. With the exhale, curl right again. Inhale, roll out. Exhale, curl to your left side. Inhale, roll that long. Exhale, curl right. Inhale, roll this out. Exhale, curl left one more time. Now inhale, roll out long. And then with the exhale this time, curl to center. Reach forward between your knees, stay lifted. Belly pulled in, low back down, stretch your fingertips forward. Now hold that tension in your midsection. We'll take this further. And when it pulses, lifting the shoulders, trying to reach the hands further forward on my count. Bring it up. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now take hold of your knees. Pull them into your chest. Squeeze everything down for just a moment. And then just keep the knees in close like this and release your grip. Bring your arms out to your sides. Palms open toward the ceiling, shoulders down. Actually, no, bring your palms to the floor. This is how we're going to set this up. And see if the hands are a little bit lower than your shoulder level. Now just press your palms down, keep your shoulders grounded. We'll take this to a version of a supine twist. Now keep your knees bent, but bring them up so the knees are stacked over your hips. Legs about 90 degrees like you're falling backwards on a chair. And let's go side to side. So bring your knees down over to the right. Just take it as low as you can without releasing to the floor. And then come up through center. Hold the legs at 90 degrees. And bring your knees down to the left side. Back through center. And let your knees sink down to the right again. And then up through center. And bring your knees over to the left side and twist. Through center from here. Let your knees sink down to the right. Now just hold this time. Keep your shoulders down. Press that left shoulder toward the floor. If you want to go further, extend your left leg right and feel more tension in that twist. And then bring it through center. Knees over to your left side this time. Keep the left leg off the floor. Keep your right shoulder pressing down. And if you want to take it further here, extend that right leg left. And then just bring it back to center. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just set your feet down on the floor. I'm going to set this up for a bridge variation. Now, feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close. Your low back's basically flat. And then bring your arms down to your sides. Now, I want to go back and forth from here, both lifting and reaching past your head. And then as you come down, just bring the arms to your sides. So to keep your gaze up high, and let's go back and forth. With an inhale, lift your hips, reach out long. And then with the exhale, roll your spine down, arms to your sides. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, bring it down and lower. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift up and reach. And then with the exhale, lower again. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift up and reach, and stay lifted this time. Now squeeze your glutes, press your hips up, and dig down into your heels. And now I want you to keep your glutes engaged and keep your hips up high. And we'll just move the arms and lift the head up off the floor. So take an inhale as you stretch through your fingers. Now with the exhale, reach your arms toward your feet. Bring your chin toward your chest. Now inhale, reach long, hips stay high. And then with the exhale, reach toward the feet, chin to chest again. Inhale, reach long, let your head come down. Exhale, reach forward toward your feet, chin to chest again. Inhale, reach past your head. Exhale, reach toward your feet, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, reach past your head. Exhale, reach toward your feet, chin to chest. Hold here, but press the hips high. Keep your glutes squeezing, dig into your heels. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just roll your spine down. And then once you're down, bring your knees to your chest, bring your hands to your knees, squeeze in again. And this time, curl up. Lift your head and shoulders, bring your nose close to your knees. Now go ahead, cross at the ankles, roll forward to a seat. And then once you're up, let's take this into reverse tabletops. Feet in front of you, hips width, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Palms down, rotate your fingers as far forward as you can. And then just press into the floor, lift your seat up off the mat. And let's take it up and down. Inhale, press your hips up high, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, sink this down. Inhale, lift this up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift this up. And then exhale, lower. Now inhale, press up one more time, hold here. Keep your glutes squeezing, keep lifting. You can look forward, look up, or hang your head back, but keep your chest pressing up as well. Dig into your heels, pull your feet toward your hands and keep that tension. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just come down. Now when you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out a little bit. And we're going to take it up again, but this time we're going to do it on one arm. Now keep your feet hips width, hands behind the shoulders, shoulder width. Palms down, rotate your fingers back away from you as far as you can go. And then lift your feet up off the floor. Now I want to take it with the left hand as a base. Keep the left arm straight. Reach your right arm forward between your knees. And if this is too much on the left arm, just bring the right hand down. Let's take it up and down. Inhale, press your hips high, reach past your head. Exhale, sink this back down. Inhale, lift this up, reach, open up. Exhale, come back down. Inhale, lift up and reach. Exhale, sink back down again. Inhale, lift up and reach. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, lift up and reach one more time and hold here. Now keep your glutes squeezing. Let your head fall back. As you stretch with the right arm, try to stack that right shoulder above the left. And if you want to go further, maybe lift your right heel up off the floor. Keep your hips pressing high. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, bring both hands down. Come all the way down. You can take them all, roll your shoulder out a little bit, maybe shake that left hand out. And let's set up for the other side. So again, hands behind you, rotate your fingertips away from you, and lift your feet up off the floor. And this time the right hand's your base. Keep that arm straight. Reach the left arm between your legs. See that the right hand can hold on to this. And let's go back and forth. With an inhale, press up high, stretch out long. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift this up and reach. And then with the exhale, lower again. Inhale, press up high, reach this long. Exhale, sink back down. Inhale, lift up and reach again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, press up and hold this time. Now keep your hips lifting, keep your glutes squeezing. Try to stack your shoulders as your left arm reaches. And maybe lift your left heel up off the floor. Take it up even higher. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring it all back down. Once you're down, take a moment, shake your hands out again. And then go across with the ankles. Come forward, your hands into all fours. Now from all fours, we're going to just take this right into the wrists. So hips over your knees, shoulders over wrists, look down. And see if the palms are facing the floor. Rotate your fingertips to the sides and then in toward your knees. I suppose the palms are just going to be down. If they weren't, it'd be a little bit weird. But anyway, now keep your fingers spread wide, your fingertips pressing down. Keep your spine lifted. Now you got two choices here. We're going to bring the spine through some cow and cat movement. And if you want to keep it relatively easy and just focus on the wrist stretch, or if this is intense already, keep your knees down. If you want to take this further, go ahead, step your feet back, lift your knees and straighten your legs. But either way, keep your fingertips pressing down. And then with an inhale, drop your belly. Pull your chest forward, gaze up high. Exhale, pull your belly in and round your spine. Inhale, drop your belly low, open up your chest. Exhale, pull back in and round. Inhale, drop your belly, chest forward, keep gripping with your fingers. Exhale, pull back in and lift. One more time, inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward. Exhale, round your spine and empty out. Now, if your knees are lifted, go ahead, bring them back down. And then from here, come up onto the fingertips and walk the hands in close in front of your knees. Now, I'm going to take one more wrist stretch here. And this is sort of like the setup for Peacock, but it's a little bit different. But I want you to set this up with your knees a little bit wider than your hips. So once you bring the knees out wide, point the big toes in toward each other. Keep your seat down low. And then you're going to flip the hands over. So the hands are going to be right in front of the line that you can draw between your knees. Backs of the hands down, palms up. The fingertips point toward the midline of the mat. Now spread your fingers wide. Press your fingertips down. Flatten your hands as much as you can. You can bend the elbows as much as you need. And then from here, just go ahead and sway your shoulders a little bit side to side. Keep your fingertips pressing down. Hold that tension in your hands to feel things out. And then go ahead, bring the hands in even closer. So with the fingers spread wide, interlace your fingers. The palms are still open. And again, you can bend the elbows as much as you like. Now, if it's enough to stay here, just breathe into the stretch. But if you can take it further, you're going to lift one leg at a time. So for this, shift your weight over to the left. Just lift the right knee toward your right elbow best you can, and then set it down. And then bring the left knee up toward your left elbow and set it back down. Right knee up toward the elbow again, and come back down. Lift your left knee up. And then set it down. Right knee toward the elbow one more time. And then set it back down. Lift your left knee to the elbow one more time. And bring it down to the floor. And then go come up onto the fingertips. And then down onto your heels and shake your hands out for a moment. Loosen your fingers and your wrists. And we're taking this in the hands quite a bit. So we're going to be shaking this out quite a bit as well. Now when you're ready, come back to all fours. I'm going to bring this into spinal balance here. Now wrists underneath the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Keep your chest facing down. And just be aware that your neck is part of your spine. So rather than letting your head hang down, lengthen out your neck so it's in line with the rest of your spine. Reach the crown of the head forward. And then reach forward to the right arm and extend back to your left leg. Now keep the hips squared. Keep stretching this out long. Take an inhale. Exhale, pull in underneath, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee again. Inhale, reach, and then exhale, elbow to knee one more time. Now with your right hand, reach back and find your left foot. Once you've got that grip, kick into your hand. Now pull the right shoulder forward to lift the left knee, look forward, and keep your balance here. And you can always just stay in this position. Now if you can take things a little bit further, grip the floor with your left hand, keep looking forward, and then just take this as far as you're able. Now bend the left elbow in toward you, maybe a little bit, maybe come all the way down to the floor. And then come back up straight left arm. Again, pull the elbow in, sink down to where you can, and then lift back up the straight. Draw the elbow in, sink down to where you can go, stay balanced. Lift back up, 2 more times, pull the elbow in, sink down, and then lift this up again. 1 more time, pull the elbow back, sink down, lift up 1 more time, and then come back to all fours. And give yourself a moment, move around. And we'll reset for the other side. Now again, wrists under the shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Look down. Reach the crown of the head forward. Extend forward through the left arm and back through the right leg this time and just lengthen out. Now take an inhale here. Exhale, squeeze in, elbow to knee underneath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee again. Inhale, reach. Exhale, elbow to knee 1 more time. Now with the left hand, reach for the right foot. Once you've got that grip, kick into your hand, pull your shoulder forward to lift the knee, look forward, and keep gripping the floor with the right hand. You can always just stay like this. Now if you can take it further, as you grip the floor, bring the right elbow back toward you, maybe lower a little bit, maybe bring the elbow down all the way, and then straighten back up. Again, right elbow back, sink down to where you can, and then lift back up the straight. Right elbow back, sink down low, lift back up again. Bend the elbow toward you, bring it down to where you can go, and lift back up. 1 more time, pull the elbow back, sink down, and then lift up 1 more time, and then release. Both hands down, both knees down. Take a couple moments here to breathe. All right, still working the upper body here a little bit through the back line. Now I want to take a push-up variation. So I want you to bring your knees together, but keep your hips stacked over your knees. And slide the hands in close, within 1 or 2 hands lengths of your knees, so shorter than your all-4 stance. Now from here, keep your palms down, but rotate your fingers at least to the sides. Middle fingers 90 degrees right or left. And if you want to take it further, you can even point your fingers in the direction of your feet. Now just take that as far as you can. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers wide, dig your fingertips down. Look forward and bring the shoulders forward a little bit past your wrists. Now we'll start this with a counterbalance here. I want you to step your right foot back, big toe to the floor. And then the right leg stays in line with your upper body. Now grip your mat and then shoulders forward. Pull the elbows toward your ribs and just bring your chin down to where you can. Press back up the straight arms. Again like that, shoulders forward. Squeeze the elbows toward your midline, sink down. And then lift back up for 2. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down to where you can. Lift back up for 3. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down. And then lift back up again. 1 more time, shoulders forward, elbows in, bring your chin down low. Press back up the straight. And then bring your right knee down. Take a moment here, move around a little bit. And of course, you do one side, you got to do the other. So to reset the same. So knees together, hips over your knees. Hands shoulder width, fingers at least 90 degrees right and left, maybe rotated back toward your feet. Now this time, extend your left leg back, big toe to the floor. Bring your shoulders past your wrists. We'll go back and forth from here. Try to keep your gaze forward. Now shoulders forward. Squeeze the elbows toward your ribs. Bring your chin down low. Press back up for 1. Shoulders forward. Elbows in, sink down. And then come back up for 2. Shoulders forward. Elbows in, bring it down low. Press back up for 3. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down to where you can. And then press it up for 4. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring your chin down low. Press back up for 5. Now go bring both knees down. Take a moment here, just roll your shoulders out, shake your hands out a little bit. And we got 1 more round like this. Now the difference here is rather than extending your legs back at all, we're going to keep the knees bent, which is actually a little bit harder. So if you need to, just bring it down halfway. Same setup here to start. So knees together, Hips over your knees, and hands within 1 or 2 hands lengths of the knees, but still shoulder width. Fingers to the sides, at least 90 degrees right or left, maybe further back. Now keep your legs together, and you can keep the feet on the floor. This will make it easier. If you want to make it harder and take more weight forward, you can always lift your feet. It's your choice. Now look forward. Start with the shoulders past your wrists, and then back and forth. Shoulders forward, elbows in. Just bring your chin down to where you can, and then press back up to straight. Again, shoulders forward, elbows in, bring your chin low, bring it back up for 2. Shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down, press back up for 3. And then shoulders forward, elbows in, bring your chin down to where you can, press back up for 4. Last one, shoulders forward, elbows in, bring it down low, and then press back up for 5. And then go ahead, come down to your heels. Take a moment again, just shake out your hands, roll your shoulders out, stay loose. Now you can just sit and breathe. You can just loosen up. You can always take another stretch before you move on. But whenever you're ready, just go ahead, bring your hands down. See about lifting knees, bring your hips up high, and just move your down dog when you're ready. Now once you settle into position, take a look at the setup here. Hand shoulder width. Flatten your palms. Feel weight toward the base of your thumbs. Sink your chest low to the floor. But reach your hips up high. So pull into the belly, around the lower ribs, try to lengthen your spine and extend your spine as long as you can so the hips are reaching toward the ceiling. Now, if your legs are tight, you can always keep a bend in the knees and let that tension go. Or maybe just pedal out and keep moving around. When you're ready, here, take an inhale. And with the exhale, just bend the knees, look forward, step to the front, let's take a ragdoll fold. Now, feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees, let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang, let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose and let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows if you like. And maybe shake this side to side to loosen even further. Now when you're ready here, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin. And then just slowly restack your spine. Round this up to standing. Bring your head up last and then just open up your palms at your sides. Now when you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. And take a moment to breathe. Set an intention. Let your mind clear. Find your focus. Take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. Now with the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips. Start with a straight spine. Put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged. Move smoothly. And then release at the bottom. Inhale, lift up halfway, fingertips to the floor to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands to the mat. Let's step it back to high plank. Find your shape, wrists under the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling. Keep that lift. And then take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as your elbows bend. Keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control all the way down to your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. And let's take it up and down through low cobra. With an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel this up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time. Stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in your upper body. Press your feet down, squeeze your glutes. And then take some all the way out of your hands. Elbows at your sides, pull the shoulders back, look forward. And use the muscles that line your spine. Lift your chest up a little bit higher. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll it back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows in at your sides, press the palms to the floor. And let's take upward facing dogs. With an inhale, straighten your arms. Pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active and lift your knees. Take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes and pull the hips forward to deepen the arc all through the front. Lift with the arms, lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. Deep inhale. Exhale, pull your belly in. Hips up high to down dog. Now paddle out here. Let your hips move side to side. And let's take it through the sun salutation. Steady movement. Take a deep inhale. With the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step or float to the front. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale to stand and reach your arms up high. And then exhale, fold all the way back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. With the exhale, hands to the mat. Chaturanga's next. High plank to low. Now with an inhale, open up your chest, lift your gaze up, dog or cobra. Exhale, pull your belly in, hips high to down dog. 2 more rounds. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach up high. And then with the exhale, bring it back down again. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor. High plank to lows next. With an inhale, open up, pull forward. And then with the exhale, draw it all in and lift your hips up. One last time, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reaches up high. And then exhale all the way back down. Inhale, half lift here. And with the exhale, set the hands, chaturanga. With an inhale, open up, pull this forward. And then with the exhale, draw it on. Bring your hips back up. And just pedal out and breathe here. All right, now from your down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reach up high. Now with the exhale, this time sink into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now once you settle in, be aware of your stance. Feet within hips with this distance not too wide. Big toes and knees towards center, belly pulled in. And bind it from above. Right hand behind your head, palm faces in. Left palm faces the other way. Clasp your fingers and pull the right arm behind your head. Now push your head back. Make sure your gaze is forward. Keep the shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. And then as you hold this, just go ahead and lift the right heel up off the floor. And then set it down. Lift your left heel. Set it down. You're still in chair. Right heel up again. Set it down. Lift your left heel. And then set it down. Right heel up one more time. Now hold here. Now as you hold this, try to bend your left knee a little bit deeper, sink down lower, but keep your chest open, keep your gaze forward. With your next inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee, and find your balance. Now once you're stable, just dig that left big toe down. Take your legs into an eagle bind. Cross the right leg tightly over the left. Now squeeze your legs together. Sink your hips down. You can always touch that right foot to the floor if you need the support. Now draw the shoulders back. Keep your chest open. Maybe bring your gaze up high. Legs still squeezing. Keep breathing here. Now with your next inhale, straighten your left leg. Lift your right knee. And let's switch it out. Set your right foot down. Come to standing with your left knee high. Now dig your right big toe into the floor. Once you've got your balance, just release your bind and bring your hands to your hips. Now we're going to take this toward a warrior three. So put a little bend on the right knee. And then slowly hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg straight back. Keep your hips squared. Come down toward parallel. If you lifted more, that's fine. But keep your balance. Keep that left leg extended behind and keep your gaze forward. Now as you hold this, work this with your standing leg. So bend deep into the right knee. Bring your belly down toward your thigh. And then press into your right foot and lift back up. Again, bend the right knee, sink down low, belly toward your thigh. Press into the right foot and lift. Now one more time, bend the right knee, come down low as you can, belly toward your thigh and stay low. Now from here, I want to take it to a revolved half moon. Left hand to the floor. Lift the right shoulder, open up your chest to the right, keep that left leg extended. Now try to take it further still, open up and reach your right arm high. Now you can stay here with the right knee, bend straighten that leg if you can. And if you want to go further, you can bind your left leg. Bend the left knee, reach with the right hand, find your foot. If you have that grip, kick into your hand and let it pull your shoulder further back. Keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just release. Both hands down, step the left foot behind you, low lunge. And then take it down lower, bring your left knee down. Flatten the foot behind you, sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready, open this up. With an inhale, reach the arms up and back, gaze up high. And just hold this, let your hips sink down toward the front of the mat. So lengthen out the front of the left side from the knee through to the shoulders. Keep your left foot kicking down, keep breathing here. Now I want to take this a little bit further, so hold your shape. Bring your hands behind your head, interlace your fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. You're still looking toward the ceiling. Work this further with your right leg. Now press into your right foot, lean this further back, keep your chest open. Bend deep into the right knee, sink down and forward. Again, press into the right foot, lean this further back. Deep under the right knee, sink down and forward. One more time, pressing your right foot, lean this back, stay back. Now keep your left foot kicking down, keep the glutes engaged on the left side. And let's open this up to a twist. Now release the right hand. Reach toward your left heel, you don't have to touch it. But look down the length of your right arm and keep that left hip pulling forward. Keep breathing here, stay open. Now with your next inhale, turn to center, both arms high. And with the exhale, hands come down around the right foot. Now tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee back to low lunge. We're going to take it up to a warrior one. So with an inhale, just drop your left heel, bring your hands to your hips, come all the way upright. And take a moment to adjust your stance. Deep under the right knee, left leg straight. Both feet flat, left foot points to the side a little bit. Be sure you can square up the hips, right hip back, left hip forward, and keep your hips low like this. And then as you hold this, keep your torso upright, or just reach the arms straight up, and keep reaching. Now I'm going to take this down to a little bit of an odd sort of squat. So bring the weight forward to your right foot, lift your left heel, keep the left heel lifted. Now we're going to sink this straight down. Now bend both knees and bring your left knee low toward the floor. Keep your torso vertical. And then lift back up, keep that left heel lifted. Again, bend both knees, sink that left knee down low, keep your spine vertical. And then lift back up. Now one more time, bend both knees, sink down, hold here. Now you can always lift up a little bit, try to stay low. We'll take this with a side bend. Right arm reaches straight down at your side. Look forward, but then start to reach your left arm up and over to the right. Work to stack the left shoulder by the right. Keep that left hip pulling forward, right arm reaching down. Keep looking forward, keep breathing. All right, slowly reach both arms up high. Lift back up, set that left heel flat, come back into that regular warrior one. Left hip forward, right hip back, hips are still squared. Now take an inhale here. With the exhale, pull the elbows out wide, open up your chest, let your head fall back. Inhale, reach up, look forward. Exhale, open up again, elbows wide. Inhale, arms high, look forward. Exhale, open this up one more time and hold here. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other, let your head fall back, keep pushing that left hip forward. All right, with your next inhale, reach up, look forward again. And with the exhale, bring the hands down around the right foot. Once your hands are down, step the left foot next to the right, forward, fold. And then take an inhale here, lift up halfway. With the exhale, set your hands, we're going to take that high setup for crow. So both hands down, dig your fingertips into the floor. Lift your heels and keep them lifted. Bring the knees up on the arms, try to target the armpits, bring them up high. Keep your hips lifted. Dig the fingertips down, bring the shoulders forward a little bit past your wrist, try to hold your arms straight as you can. Now look forward and down. And then just lift the right foot up off the floor. Everything else is the same. And then set the foot down. Lift your left foot up off the floor. And set it down. Right foot up again. Set it down. Lift your left foot up. And set it down. Right foot up and keep it lifted this time. And then we'll take this to the crow. Now let your shoulders stay forward. You can bend the elbows, but lift that left foot up as well. Find your shape. Breathe into it here. And then when you're ready, take it through your vinyasa. Once you find it down dog, just breathe here, move around. Now let's take that to the other side. When you're ready for me down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to standing, reaches up high. With the exhale, sink back into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now again, feet within hips width distance, not too wide. Big toes and knees towards center. And then bind it from above. Left hand behind your head, palm faces in. Right palm the other way, clasp your fingers. Pull the left arm behind your head. Press your head back. Keep your shoulders back. Keep your chest open. Be sure you can still look forward. And keep your chest open like this. Now the knees are bent, keep your hips low, and then just lift your left heel up off the floor. Set it down, lift your right heel, and set it down. Left heel up again. Set it down, lift the right heel, and set it down. Left heel up one more time, keep it lifted. Now try to sink farther into the hips, but keep your chest open, keep your torso upright. When you're ready, straighten your right leg, come to standing with your left knee high, find your balance. And dig that right big toe down. Now, once you're stable, cross the left leg tightly over the right. Take that eagle bind. So let the legs squeeze together, sink your hips down, maybe touch that left foot to the floor if you want the support. Shoulders back. If you want to go further, try to look up toward the ceiling. Keep breathing here. Now, with your next inhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left knee, and then switch this side. Set your left foot down, come to standing with your right knee high. Now, dig your left big toe into the floor. Once you're stable here, just release the arm back, hands to your hips. And then put a little bend in your left knee, and take this into your warrior three. Hinge from the left hip, extend the right leg straight back, bring your lifted body into line. Maybe you're more upright, maybe down toward parallel. Look forward and square your hips. Now, as you hold this, just work the bent leg. So bend deep in the left knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh. Press into your left foot, lift back up, stay balanced. Bend your left knee, sink down, belly toward your thigh. Press into your left foot and lift back up. One more time, bend your left knee, come down low, belly as close as you can get to your thigh, stay low this time. And then we'll take the revolved half moon. Right hand comes down. Lift your left shoulder, open up your chest to the left. Keep the right leg extended behind. Now open up, reach your left arm high. And if you want to go further, maybe straighten the left leg if you can. If you want to bind the right leg, bend the knee. And then reach with your left hand, find the right foot. If you have that grip, kick in your hand, let it pull your shoulder further back. Now take an inhale. With the exhale, just release this. Both hands down, right foot sets behind you, low lunge. And let's take it down deeper. Bring the right knee down, flatten the right foot behind you, sink your hips down. And then when you're ready, with an inhale, open this up. Reach your arms up and back, gaze up high. And let your hips sink low to the front of the mat. Hold here. Stretch this out long and feel all that lengthening on the right side from the knee through to the shoulders. Now let's take it further. Hold your shape, but bring your hands behind your head again. Interlace your fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders pulled back. Keep looking up. Work it with your left leg. So press into your left foot, lean this further back, keep your chest open. Bend deep into the left knee, sink down and forward. Press into your left foot, lean this further back again. Deep into the left knee, sink down and forward. Press into your left foot, lean further back, hold here. Now keep your right foot kicking down, keep the glutes engaged on the right side. And then open toward a twist. Release the left hand. Reach down toward the right heel. Look down the length of your left arm. And keep that right hip pressing forward. Just keep breathing. With your next inhale, turn to center, both arms high. Exhale, hands down around the left foot. Now tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee back to low lunge. And let's take that warrior one. With an inhale, drop the right heel. Bring the hands to the hips. Come all the way upright. And set this up. Deep bend left knee, straight right leg. Both feet flat, right foot points to the side at least a little bit. Pull the right hip forward, left hip back, and keep your hips square to the front. Now let your hips sink down. Reach your arms up high. And then from here, we'll take that odd sort of squat from this position. Bring the weight forward toward your left foot, lift your right heel, and keep the right heel lifted. Now keep your spine vertical. Bend both knees, sink down, right knee still above the floor. And then lift straight up, right heel still lifted. Again, sink down, keep your spine tall, bring the right knee down low. And then lift straight up again. One more time, sink down to where you can hold, stay here. Now the hips are still squared. Reach your left arm straight down at your side. Look forward, but reach that right arm up and over to the left. Try to stack the right shoulder above the left. Keep that right hip pressing forward, left arm reaching down. Keep breathing here. Not supposed to be comfortable, but we're going after the tension, keep in mind. All right, go ahead, reach both arms up high. Lift back up, set that right heel down again, and find that warrior one. Be sure the hips are squared, right hip forward, left hip back. Now as you're reaching up, take an inhale. Exhale, open up, elbows wide, let your head fall back. Inhale, reach up, look forward. Exhale, open up again, elbows wide. Inhale, arms high, look forward. Exhale, open up, elbows wide, hold here. Draw the shoulder blades toward each other. Let your head fall back, keep that right hip pushing forward. With an inhale, reach up and look forward again. Exhale, hands down around the left foot. Now step the right foot forward next to the left, forward fold. And then when you're ready, take an inhale, lift this up halfway. Exhale, set your hands down. Let's take it back to crow. Now press in your palms, dig your fingertips down, heels up, keep them up. And keep the hips as high as you can get. Now bring the knees to your arms as high as you can go toward the armpits. Now keep the fingers digging down, shoulders forward, arms as straight as you can hold past the wrists. And then from here, just back and forth 1 foot at a time. Lift your left foot up and then set it down. Now lift your right foot. Set it back down. Left foot up again. Set it down. Lift the right foot up and set it down. Lift your left foot one more time. Hold here. Now keep leaning forward. Now bend the elbows if you need to, but try to keep the arms straight as you can. Lift the right foot up as well. Bring this into crow, whatever form suits you here. And then take it through another vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, move around for a moment. Now into the next sequence, take an inhale. With the exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reach up high. Now with the exhale, sink down into chair. Put the weight to heels, bend your knees, and bring your hips down low. Now as you settle and bind it low this time, bring the left arm across your low back. And at the right side, bring your palms together. So interlace the fingers, palms to touch, shoulders pull back, your chest stays open. Bring your hips down even lower. Now as you hold this, lift the right heel up off the floor and then set it down. Left heel up, set it down. Right heel up again and then set it down. Lift your left heel and set it down. Right heel up one more time. Now keep it lifted. Try to sink the hips lower. Keep your chest open. Keep looking forward. With an inhale, straighten your left leg, lift your right knee, and be sure you're balanced. Now from here, back and forth to the warrior three. Keep a little bend in the left knee. Now hinge from left hip. Right leg straight back. Everything lifted into line. Bring it down toward parallel with the floor. And take it slow. Come back up the vertical and lift that right knee. Again, hinge from left hip. Keep your shoulders pulled back. Bring it down toward parallel. Straighten everything out that's lifted. Back up the vertical with the right knee high. One more time. Hinge from left hip. Extend the right leg back. Try to keep your hips level. Keep looking forward. Back up the vertical with your right knee lifted. And then once you're up, set the right foot down. Switch it out and stand with your left knee high. Now dig down to the right big toe. And let's take it into the warrior three on this side. Pull bend the right knee. Hinge from the hip. Extend that left leg back. Now bring yourself down as close to parallel as you can and stay here. Keep looking forward. Now bend deep into the right knee. Sink down low, belly toward your thigh. And we're going to take this to half moon. Now release the right hand, bring it down to the floor. Lift your left shoulder, lift your left hip. Now go ahead and release that left arm from your bind, reach it up high, and try to stack everything open to your left side. Now you can keep the right knee bent if you need to. Straighten that leg if you can. And if you want to bind the left leg, bend the knee, reach back with your left hand, find your foot, and kick into your hand. Again, use this to open up even more. Now take it slow from your half moon. Take an inhale. With the exhale, bend to the right knee. Step the left foot behind you. We'll go right into warrior two. Now take a moment to set this up. Deep into the right knee, straight left leg. You can always lengthen this out, but let the hips sink low, stay open to the side. One long line from the front heel to the back arch. Keep your spine upright, reach equally front to back. And take a half bind. Left arm behind your back, palm face away. Open up the right palm toward the ceiling. And go back and forth. Inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward. Keep looking up. Inhale, reverses. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse one more time. Hold here. Right arm up and back. Gaze up high. Draw your left shoulder back. Now try to sink lower into that right hip. Bend into the right knee. Maybe go further. Try to lift that right heel up off the floor. Just breathe here. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands to your hips. Straighten your right leg. Turn the right foot so it's parallel to the left. And the left foot's going to be your base. Now bend your left knee and lean left. Lift your right heel and drag the right big toe over to all the weights in your left leg. And then come to standing with your right knee high. Now once you're stable, with the right hand, hold your knee. Pull it out to the side. This can be your pose. You can stay right here. If you want to go further, left arm reaches down to your side about 45 degrees. Now you can look down your left arm, maybe lean left and lift that right knee up higher, and this is plenty right here. If you're going to go further, right arm inside the right leg, find the big toe. You can use that grip to pull the knee up higher. Maybe extend the leg up into the side, but you're still leaning. And just take it where you can hold your balance. Keep breathing with this. Now, still balancing. Slowly bring your torso upright. Hands, hips, right knee still to the side. Now let's step the right foot out wide, come down into a horse stance. Heels in, toes out. Bend the knees, bring the hips down low, thighs toward parallel with the floor. And then settle in with your spine toward upright. Reach the arms out wide. Now just keep your chest open like this, shoulders pulled back, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just keep the hips in place, hinge forward, and bring your chest down toward facing the floor. Inhale, come all the way upright, keep your chest open. Exhale, hinge forward, and take that halfway fold again. Inhale, bring it up one more, bring it up again. And then hinge forward toward halfway one more time. Now this time, just stay forward, but bring your hands onto your thighs, fingers curled in towards center. And we're going to go back and forth from here, twisting. So bring the left shoulder down toward the floor, keep the knees out wide, and then lift back up to center. Right shoulder down, twist to the left, back up to center here. Twist over to the right again, left shoulder down. Come back up to center, knees stay wide. And then twist to your left side and lift back up. One more time, twist to the right. Now stay twisted, right shoulder high. Now to go further, reach that left hand to your right ankle. And then draw your torso down into the right thigh. Now take a half bind right on behind your back. And then go lift your hips, start to straighten your legs as much as you can, but bring your belly onto your right thigh. Now maybe you're going to straighten that right leg, but pull the right shoulder back, try to look up toward the ceiling. Keep drawing yourself into the right thigh and just keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Both hands down around your right foot. Now make a quarter turn to the front of the mat. Step the left foot forward next to the right, forward fold. And then from here, take an inhale, lift it up halfway. Exhale, set your hands down. We'll set up for that high crow again. Now press your palms down, dig the fingertips down, heels up. Bring the knees as close to the armpits as you can go. Hold the arms as straight as you can. Now let the shoulders shift forward, look forward, keep your hips high. And then back and forth without changing anything else. Just lift the right foot. And then set it down. Left foot up and set it down. Right foot up again and bring it down. Lift your left foot and set it down. Right foot up one more time. Keep it lifted. Now keep leaning forward and then bend the elbows if you need to, but lift that left foot up as well. Find your crow. And then take it through another vinyasa. All right, let's go ahead and even this out. For me, down dog, take an inhale. With the exhale, just bend the knees. Look forward, step or float. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, fold down. Inhale to standing, reaches up high. And then bring it into chair one more time. Bend your knees and bring your hips down low. Now, once you settle in, take that low bind. So right arm across your low back. Both hands together at the left side. Palms to touch, fingers interlace, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open like this. And then as you hold this, just lift your left heel up off the floor. Set it down. Lift your right heel up. And set it down. Left heel up again. Bring it down. Lift the right heel off the floor. And set it down. Now left heel up one more time. Stay here. Now bend into the right knee. Try to sink your hips down lower. Keep your shoulders pulled back. And then when you're ready, straighten your right leg. Come to standing with your left knee high. And find your balance. Now once you're stable, let's go back and forth to that warrior three. Keep a little bit on the right knee. Now look forward, hinge from the right hip. Extend your left leg back, bring everything lifted into line. Come down toward parallel. And then hinge back up the vertical. And lift that left knee. Again like that, keep looking forward. Hinge from the right hip, extend that left leg back. Let's see if I can hold on to this. Back up the vertical with that left knee high. One more time, hinge from the right hip, extend the left leg back. And then come back up the vertical with the left knee lifted. And then once you're upright, switch it out. Set your left foot down. Come to standing with your right knee high. Now once you got your balance here, take the warrior three on this side. Bend into that left knee. Hinge from the left hip. Extend the right leg back. Bring yourself down toward parallel. Keep looking forward. and then start to sink in. Bend your left knee, sink down, come as low as you can, belly toward your thigh. And let's take half moon. Left hand down to the floor. Now lift your right shoulder, lift the right hip, open up to the right side. Release the bound right arm and reach up. Now maybe stay here with a bent left knee, maybe straighten that left leg. If you want to bind the right leg, bend that knee, reach with the right hand, find your foot, kick into the hand if you do find that grip. All right, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly bend the left knee, step the right foot behind you, come into your warrior two. And just adjust your stance. Deep in left knee, straight right leg. You can always slide that left foot further forward. Let your hips sink low. Keep everything opened up to the right. Now go to reach the arms front to back. And then take your half bind, right arm behind your back, palm face away. Keep the shoulder drawn back. Left palm opens toward the ceiling. And go back and forth. Inhale, reverse. Reach back, lean back, gaze up high. Exhale, extend it forward. Keep looking up. Inhale, reverse this. Exhale, extend. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, extend. Now inhale, reverse one more time. Hold here. Left arm reaching up and back. Gaze up high. Sink low on that left hip, bend the knee. Maybe pull the left heel up off the floor, but keep breathing with this. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, bring your torso up, right hands to your hips. Straighten your left leg, turn the left foot power to the right. Let's take it to the right side. So lean right, bend the right knee, lift your left heel, and drag the left big toe over. All the way goes to your right foot. Bring yourself to standing with your left knee high this time. Now once it's stable, left hand to your left knee, bring it out to the side. You can stay here. If you're going to go further, right arm reaches down about 45 degrees. You can look down the right arm, start to lean right, and lift that left knee up higher. Now if you're going to go further, left arm inside the left leg, find the big toe. Maybe lift the knee higher. Maybe extend the leg up into the side, but again, you're still leaning. All right, still balancing. Just bring yourself up. Our hands to hips, left knee still lifted. Go ahead, step this out wide, come into horse. Let me straighten out my mat a little bit. Okay, heels in, toes out, bend the knees, bring your hips down low, move around. And settle in with your spine toward upright. Now go ahead, reach the arms out wide. Keep the hips in place, take an inhale. Now with the exhale, just hinge from the hips, bring your chest down toward facing the floor. Inhale, lift back up, still reaching wide, shoulders back. Exhale, hinge forward, take it down halfway. Inhale, lift back up, chest still open. Exhale, hinge forward, halfway down. Now from here, go ahead, bring your hands to your thighs, fingers curled in towards center. And let's work it back and forth with that twist. So twist to the left, right shoulder down. And then back to center here, keep your hips low. Twist to the right, bring your left shoulder down. And then come back into center. Twist over to the left side again, right shoulder down. Lift back up. Twist to the right, bring your left shoulder down. And then lift again. One more time, twist to the left, right shoulder down. Now stay twisted like this. With your right hand, reach toward your left ankle. And once you've got that grip, pull your belly into your left thigh. Now, maybe take it further. Take a half bind, left arm behind your back, draw that shoulder back, look up toward the ceiling, and then see about lifting your hips and straighten your legs. You don't have to straighten all the way. Keep the contact belly against your thigh. Draw the left shoulder back, look up as much as you can, and keep breathing here. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release both hands down around your left foot. Now make a quarter turn to the left to the front of the mat. Right foot comes forward next to the left forward fold. Take an inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, set your hands down. Let's take it to crow one more time. Now press your palms down, dig the fingertips into the floor. Heels up, keep them high. Knees as high as you can get toward the armpits. Now keep your hips lifted, shoulders forward, arms as straight as you can hold. Now from here, without changing anything else, just lift the left foot up off the floor. Set it down. Lift your right foot. And set it down. Left foot up again. Set it down. Lift your right foot. And set it down. Left foot up one more time. Hold here. Now keep leaning forward. Try to stay high. When you're ready, lift the right foot. You can bend the elbows if you need. Straighten the arms if you can. And find your crow. And then take it to your last vinyasa. All right, from your down dog, go ahead, bend your knees, come down to all fours. And this is where we're going to take it into Peacock here. Now we'll take the first version, which is going to be a lot like one of the wrist stretches we had before. So walk your hands in close to the knees, but bring your knees out wide, wider than your hips. And this is like you come into child's pose. Big toes point toward each other. Now, you're going to set your hands down on the line that you can draw between your knees, palms down. Rotate your fingers at least middle fingers right or left 90 degrees. If you can go further, try to point the fingers toward your feet. And just take it as where you can. The wrist stretch is actually part of the pose. Now, once you set your hands down, bring your chest forward between the upper arms. Bend your elbows in toward you right away. So get the elbows underneath you so they're pushing toward the ribs or the muscles of your core. Now look forward. Keep your chest pulling forward. Imagine holding on to cobra in the upper back. Now let your knees go wider. This will put more weight in the arms. And then keep looking forward. Pull your shoulders forward. And as you lean, that'll take the weight off your legs. Now, it's easiest to lift this with the knees still bent, and you can just hold this with the feet in close. If you want to extend your legs to the sides, that'll put you in a straddle. You still got to lean forward. Maybe bring the legs together, but just take it the way you can here. All right, and you're welcome to do that again from that setup. If you want to take this from the second setup here, bring this into plank. So it's going to be shoulders over your wrists. And to step your feet back, bring your body into line. Now to set up from here, bring the hands just a little bit closer to the feet. Slide back one hand's length. And then we'll adjust the position of the hands. So rotate your fingers to the sides again, at least 90 degrees right and left with the middle fingers, maybe further back. And then adjust the position of the arms. Now pull your chest forward between the upper arms. Bend the elbows in underneath you. Look forward. And if you can do it with the knees bent, slide your feet forward, let the knees go wide. Lean to lift your feet. Again, you can find that straddle or bring the legs together. Keep the forward lean. And then when you're ready, go ahead, bring everything down. Take a moment, shake your hands out just a little bit. And we'll wrap this up a little bit easier here. When you're ready, just bring yourself in a downward facing dog. And we'll take this to half pigeon. So when you're ready, with an inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, just bring it forward. Right knee behind the right wrist, right ankle somewhere behind the left. Now bring your left knee down, flatten your left foot behind. Pull the left hip forward, keep it in line with the right, and sink your weight straight down. Look for at least some of that stretch on the right side, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now you can stay upright. You can take it further toward the back bend. You can always melt down to the elbows or take it down all the way. But find the stretch here and breathe into it. Nothing wrong with resting in this pose. All right, now if your hands are forward, walk them in close. And we're going to take this into another pose. So when you're ready, just lean your weight onto the right hip and swing your left leg forward. We're going to take this into a seated twist into Lord of the Fishes. So go ahead and set this up. Right heel outside your left hip, left foot outside the right thigh. Take a moment to get both sit bones down. And then once you're ready here, set the left hand down behind you. Inhale your right arm up high. And with the exhale, move into your twist. Right elbow past your left thigh. Now sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your left shoulder. And use your right arm, pressing your left leg. Keep extending up as you're twisting, and just breathe here. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just release. Bring both hands over to the right side. Lightly open your chest up to the right. And then turn back to center. Hands behind. Lean back, untangle the legs. Just cross at the ankles. Come forward your hands and step back to down dog. And we'll take that on the other side. Once you're ready here, with an inhale, raise your left leg high. And with the exhale, bring it forward. Left knee behind your left wrist at ankles, somewhere behind the right. Go ahead, bring your right knee down, right foot flat behind, pull the right hip forward, and square up the hips. Sink your weight straight down and find at least some of that stretch on the left, outer hip or toward the glutes. Now again, you can stay upright, take it up toward the back bend, or melt it down as low as you like. Just find the position that suits you best here and breathe into this. All right, again, if your hands are forward, walk them in close. Lower to the left hip, swing your right leg forward. And let's take the twist on this side. Left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside your left thigh. And again, take a moment, get your sit bones down between your heels. Once you're ready, set the right hand down behind you. Inhale your left arm up high. And with the exhale, bring the left elbow down past your right thigh. Again, sit up tall, crown of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over your right shoulder. Use your left arm, press into your right leg. Keep extending upwards as you're twisting. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands to the left side. Lightly open your chest up to the left. And then turn back to center, hands behind. Lean back, untangle the legs. And this time come all the way down to your back. Now once you're down, pull your knees to your chest. Squeeze everything in close. Let's go ahead and take it into happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Now stack your ankles above your knees and pull down on both sides. So draw the knees toward the floor, outside your ribs, and press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working up and down. Flatten out your spine, sink your tailbone toward the floor. Now if you want to take it further, you can rock a little bit side to side. Further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, when you're ready, take a deep inhale here, draw down as much as you can. And then with the exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close, let your body sink down into the mat for a moment. And then just start to move bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take an inhale, reach your arms out long past your head. And pull it all back in, bring the elbows toward your chest. Draw your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat. Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to the top. And just let everything go. Now, thank you for joining class. Namaste.